Okay, today we're doing some promo videos for an online product, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to just walk you through the lighting setup and what it kind of looks like in a real life home environment where we've set things up so that the house actually looks good.
Not that it doesn't look good most of the time.
They didn't necessarily have to know it was our house. All right, Jill, so what's going on here? Okay, I'm just gonna pause right there because first we actually should take stock of our space. And what we have here is our living room, dining room, kitchen area, and it has a lot of natural light, right? We've got 3 banks of natural light windows in this space, and these are all west-facing windows, so they don't get any direct sunlight in them until like mid-noon. So we have all morning to film. After that point, we could be in trouble because the light would start changing and doing crazy things for us. But it's important to know what your natural light windows are doing, south-facing, or if it's facing west, then you have the morning. If it's facing east, then you have the afternoon to film, things like that, because then you have consistent light. So we've got that. And we could actually just film in the space like this, like we are right now, because there's lots of natural light in here. It looks pretty good, but there's still reasons that we might want to spice it up. We could still tweak it and enhance it with some artificial light, some studio lights. And the other thing to note is that we've turned off all of the lights up top because those are not what we want to do, but there's also a lot of practical lights in here. We've got the lamps, and we could leave those off because we've got lots of daylight. That's natural, but we liked the way they looked with the lights on in this case, so we turned them on. That was optional. Okay, so how do we turn this space and just like enhance what's already here and work with the light that's here? Back to where we were. When you're working with a real life location, it's very helpful to be able to kind of rearrange things. So the table wasn't here when we first started this morning. We moved the lamps around a little bit to just come in and shoot in a space as it is not usually going to work out the best. So often you want to just at least tweak it a little bit to make sure it works in the frame.
The other thing you did is you pulled a chair and you put me up front, right? So there's this whole background. It adds depth. I'm not sitting on like a couch over there right up against a wall or something like that. You pulled me up so that I'm right at the front of the room. And then there's all this depth behind me of what's happening, and that just creates a lot more interest than being right on top of something.
So what's going on here?
Well, probably start out actually with the key light, right? Because that's your first light. That's your most important light. If you don't do any lighting, you want your key light, right? So this is our key light right here. And it's just a very beautiful, big, soft, bright light. And this is to light most of the face. Again, catch lights in both of my eyes. So that's our first light. Then over here, we have our windows that are coming in. It was just a little bit bright. It was blowing out the tablecloth a little bit in the background.
And it was putting a little bit of, I don't know, almost a kicker, or it was making it so when you turned on the key light, it was blowing out the side of Jill's face. I didn't want to get rid of all of it, but just enough to kind of soften it down a little bit.
In the background, then we have our kicker. That is just putting a little bit of a highlight on my hair from the background.
It's a bi-color, so it could be cool or it can be warm, and I turned it to warm so that it looks like it's coming from that lamp there as a warm light, because it's coming from the opposite side of the windows. So the cool light coming from the windows and then the warm light coming from the lamp and hitting Jill's hair.
Because the key light is daylight balanced to match the window. The orange and the blue together make it more cinematic. But you just want to be careful that the orange isn't coming too much on my face. You want to have it be the daylight on my face, right? So it doesn't get muddy. So that's a kicker that is warm to kind of add some interest with the practicals in the room.
And then one light in the bedroom here. Shining on the wall, angled so that it looks hopefully like a little bit of light coming in from that window. And it just helps give that depth further into the room so that there's kind of like a further space beyond what we're filming in. So that's pretty much it. I don't know if there's really much else to mention here. We got a teleprompter going on and boom mic coming in nice and close to Jill so that it's got some good sound. Okay, I hope that was educational, entertaining, whatever. Hope you enjoyed it. There's another video right there. You probably should watch that one next.